One love to the humble, one love to the humble, one love to the humble. May grace and peace be multiplied unto you. Hey, I got a request from the good brother Trey Day, and his request is: will there be another Assata Shakur? Will there be another Malcolm X? Or will there be another Black Panther Party like the ones of the '60s? No, there would not ever be another Black Panther Party. There would not be another Malcolm X, and there would not be another Assata Shakur. It ain't happening. And you say, well, why is it not going to happen? Well, here's the reason why. You got to look at the times and the way Black people were during that time and what was going on. See, Black people had real issues at one time, not the ones we create for ourselves today. They had real issues. See, this is the thing that a lot of us don't really grasp when it comes to being Black, because different generations get told different things. History gets rewritten, things get taken away, certain people pass away, and they're not here to tell the stories. The people that we would listen to and respect are not here to tell the stories. And the reality of it is, man, we was not like what we are today back then. We were a righteous people. And people don't understand that. People don't get it. We've been turned away from the things that matter. We've been turned away and we've been misguided. And we've been misguided by our own people. It ain't white. We keep pointing the finger at white people. White people are not the problem. Let's stop. Let's go ahead and end that. White people are not our problem. Well, they don't like us. Well, there's Black people that don't like us. There's everybody don't like somebody, no matter the race. There's Mexicans that don't like um there's Mexican people that don't like Puerto Ricans. There's white people that don't like Black. There's Black people that don't like white. I mean, we can keep going this over and over again nonstop. It ain't let's get that off the table. Black people right now are not suffering from white because of something white people are doing. Slavery was bad. Yes, we all know that. That's not a question anymore. We know that by now. We were free from slavery. We were doing a lot of great things when we came out of slavery. We was building, we was growing. Did things happen then too? Yes, things did happen then. Things went wrong. The culture was still kind of twisted. We were still working through our problems, but we was working through them. And then we got hit with the civil rights. But before that, Black people were a good people. We were a righteous people. We were doing great things. We understood certain values. We had real strong values. We still was a family. We still was a unit. We had more marriages. We had less kids born out of wedlock. Either you got married, if you didn't, everybody wasn't getting married, but if you were single, you wasn't having kids. You see what I'm saying? Single people didn't have kids back then. That was just a rule in the Black community. It was just the way we operated, the value system that we held. And if you did get pregnant, you had to get married. And if you wasn't going to get married, then you had to get shipped off. You couldn't stay in that city where people knew you at. You couldn't stay there because Black people wasn't going to go for it. That's partly the reason why the Rosa Parks situation went the way it went. Because the original lady that they have to do that, to make that move, they couldn't use her because she came up pregnant and she was single. So they knew Black people wasn't going to go for it. So they couldn't use her. They had to use Rosa Parks instead. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic. The point I'm making is we were upstanding people. We had people that come from upstanding situations. Even through those times where Malcolm X's parents went through what they went through, even through all of the separation and the KKK coming in doing the things they were doing, Black people were still upstanding. We was producing strong, upstanding men and women during that time. And the reason why we can't have that today, because we don't have no strong men and women no more. And plus, we don't have the problems that they had back then. It wouldn't work today because we got social media. And look what we're doing on social media. Do you see most Black people doing anything productive on social media? Do you see most Black people doing anything respectable on social media? Look at what most Black people are doing on this platform. And please don't give me this what white people doing. I'm not talking about white people right now. Let's keep them out of this. Let's keep this on Black people. Do you see what Black people are doing on these platforms? It's going to be something sexual. It's going to be something negative. That's what we're gonna do. Look around. I don't care. It's black people in Africa. They started to follow and mimic what we're doing here. We ain't doing anything productive. We are so far away from caring about what's going on till it's a shame. We too busy worried about talking about white folks when they ain't got them folks ain't thinking about us. They're trying to get away from all the craziness that we be doing. And then we say, well, we're supposed to continue to support each other even though we're doing wrong. So Malcolm X today wouldn't work because the people would not take him serious. We too comfortable today. We have everything that everybody in the past ever fought for us to have. We have it right now, but yet we still complain like we don't have it. Look, you got all the convenience and comforts that people before you never had. The black people that came before you never had what you have right here today. None of them had it. Not even the rich among us back then did not live as good as the poorest black person is living today. The poorest black person that you consider poor today got more than the richest black person had back then. As far as material wise, we got more. But spiritually and morally, we have less because we don't have no morals anymore. A person like Malcolm X could not stand up today and speak and get a following because we have lost our morals. We have lost our ethics. We ain't the type of people that we was. We was upright, stand up people who was going through the struggle. We are spoiled now. Assata Shakur wouldn't stand a chance with these women. What woman gonna listen to Assata Shakur? Tell me one. Ain't nobody listen. Ain't no woman listen to that today because it's gonna be looked upon as she's not with empowerment. And why does the empowerment for women always got to do with sexuality, being more open sexually? That's considered empowering. It's not empowering, but that's why it couldn't work. You can't have that today. Them two people are not gonna work. Black Panther Party is not gonna work today because the people ain't upstanding and moral people. It's not gonna work. It worked then because of the type of people we were, not because of the situation we was in per se. It was who we were. We're not that anymore. That's gone. All we care about now is the wrong things: money, showing body parts, doing provocative things online. That's all we care about doing. We used to not do none of that. Just 30 years ago, a black woman wouldn't even hang her panties on the clothesline because she didn't want nobody to see it. All this black men was not popping pills back 30 years ago. You couldn't find nobody black doing nothing crazy like that. It wasn't a norm in the black community. What else, X and all that stuff people talking about, that wasn't normal for us. That's what the white people did. We wasn't doing that kind of stuff. I'm just telling you like it was. If people wouldn't believe you, would think if you look at it now like we always did this. Black people have changed. We wasn't doing that kind of stuff, man. We wouldn't touch that. All this over the top provocative stuff that women doing today, black women would never do that back then. You go into a black woman back then and say anything about asking them to do some of the stuff that you hear them say they're doing today, the black woman would look at you like you was crazy. I ain't doing that because that wasn't a thing we was into. That was the white girls. Black girls weren't known for that. Now they know for they run circles around the white girls now, making white girls look like saints compared to back then. We have changed. We're not the same people. It can never be another Malcolm. It can never be another Assata. It can never be another Black Panther Party. Just because of the culture that we have for us today is degenerate. That's all we care about is degeneracy. If we doing, you want to be known amongst black people, do degenerate stuff, and you will get known, and you will be able to You can gather a bunch of degenerates together quickly, but to get upright, standing people to move in that direction to do what they did, you can't. You won't. That's not gonna happen again. Them days are over unless something drastically change within the next 2 or 3 generations. I don't see it happening, and we already going downhill as every generation because now we got more single parent homes than we ever had before. And then not only is it single parent, but the fathers are not involved in the upbringing of the child, and that's a problem. Okay, how much you don't like the father is important to that child's upbringing. Because you don't like him, they don't got nothing to do with you getting in the way of what he's supposed to do as a father to that child. You need to ensure that happens. But and as a father, you need to ensure that happens too. But long story short, and I hope this point was made. But long story short, we're not the same people no more. We could never become those type of people could never uh, thrive in today's culture of black people. It won't work. They'll say they're outdated. They'll do everything to distance themselves away from that. Now, I'm not saying all. It would be some that would, but not enough to cause any kind of um effect. We on a path of destruction right now. It's been happening for a long time, and it's getting worse. If you look at what we're doing and go look at the stats, man. Like go look at what we're doing to ourselves, man. And we like to blame it on white people. We can course correct at any time. We just stop doing the nonsense. We can't be that weak that we keep on saying somebody else is the fault. You're never gonna change if somebody else is the problem. Somebody else is causing this problem. It ain't nobody else. You gotta make a choice. Black people gotta make a choice on what they're gonna do with their life. Can't keep blaming somebody else for your choices. This is played out, man. Y'all take care.